Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Giants had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they, coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Calais Campbell on the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick, stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeaux. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to put.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's got this complete to Robinson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wan'Dale Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He dumps it off to Dre. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that, picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. He'll get it inside the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, Tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And there you go, Charles. A guy you liked an awful lot coming out of college, I know, making the stop behind the line.
Yeah, I thought he had the best instincts of any linebacker I'd seen in about the last decade. Crashed together with some tremendous athletic ability. Not bad for the first month of his NFL career.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gano the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And now here's another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Saquon Barkley running right to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile. As touchdown, Giants! Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well,
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Up the middle they go with Drake. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Wilson wants to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Dobbins. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host